right, pulling away from the dock here. Let's get a test. So we got the motor fired up here, neutral. See if it'll idle us out of the bay here. You know these motors don't like to go slow. It's putting. Okay, go ahead and get some runs though here really quick. Probably too, as you know, the 2 cycles like to be ran. The more they're ran, and this boat just came out of storage for a while here. Okay, there we go. There's a little smoky there. It is a 2-stroke injected, so. All right. Get a little throttle there. Bring it up a little bit, pretty low. All right, there we go. Just firing up the fish finder here. There we go. Looks like we're doing 14.6 miles an hour. We're gonna spin around and give it a run. Well, we're on plane here, about 50. Well, we're losing and getting it in here. Get our speedometer. We're gonna fill our first turn from our wake here. Here we go. All right. I'll bet this boat's gonna be pretty quick, even though it's only a 90 horse. I'm gonna bring it up on plane here. There we go, kind of scooting across the lake. Looks like our steering's holding true. Yeah, go left wiper, right wiper. Bilge pump. There we go. Just scooting us across the lake. I'm gonna go ahead and put us into a turn. Give it a nice turn. We're doing about 4,500 RPMs. Put the boat into a nice turn there. Okay, we are going to come up right into our wake here. I'm going to hold the speed up there so we should get a pretty good jolt. It rode pretty soft actually. Not too shabby. And here we put it in the side of the V hole, the side of that V. If you lay out to the side on the chop, you can feel it slap the chop pretty good. All boats do that though. That's why when you're hitting a wake, you want to make sure the boat's centered, not laying on its side from a turn. Okay, I'm going to lay it down and set it down here. And turn us around and do a whole shot. Trim down. Okay, that's all the way trimmed down. Go ahead and turn us around. And then I'm going to hit it. I'll let you guys see it from the back here so you can see the takeoff. Get our motor straight here. Okay, and here we go. I got the motor straight enough, it looks like. And here we go. Hammering it down all the way. Okay, where we go. There's our speed. 18, 24, 27. I'm trimming up. Hey, you see that splashy out there? There we really get going here. 34. Bring that up. About 5,800 RPMs. There we go. Cruising across the water here. 35.7 miles an hour. Looks like we got a trim perfect right there. Top speed 36.5. About 36.7, 36.5. I got her up to that. There we go. Boat ride's pretty true. Ride's actually quite soft. I was very surprised. You do have to trim it down in the corners, so it is an active trim boat. We're gonna run into this chop here. We'll see how it does. That was running with the chop. Here's our wake. You can see the boat, how it throws the wake. This is about where I'm sitting, throwing the spray, and then I'll bring the trim up. See that spray drop all the way back to there? which is kind of nice. It gives you the ability to plow the bow if you're hitting some chop, but you can lift it up and ride a little bit softer there otherwise. There we go. Feels solid. Wheels nice and centered. Doesn't throw the boat around much. It's not crazy loud, but you know, it's a louder motor, but not bad. There we go. Full speed ahead. Open her up. 6,000 RPMs. 32. Boom. So, good speed, plenty of power. Plenty of power. There we go. And it does have a nice 8-horse trolling motor on there that is all controlled from up here, so gives you kind of the optimal scenario. So you shut off that 2-stroke and fire off your trolling motor, and just that fast we're gonna start it up and put it in gear, and then voila, you are now running on the trolling motor. Just that fast. There you go. Shut it off, lift it up. You're not even inconvenienced. Taking the wake sideways right now, throwing us around sideways. There we go. All right, we have a 2005 Duckworth Advantage Classic here. Heavy gauge aluminum boat. You know, Duckworth quality. We got a 2-inch coupler here on the front. Chains, 4-inch flat. We've got a Fulton swing away jack there. A nice quality heavy duty winch here on the front. And then we got a bow, anchor bow guide. Flagpole, come on. Nice grab handles on the front. Looking down the side of it here, actually in really good straight condition. Very minimal nicks or dings. Aluminum's got some spotting, which, you know, that happens on pretty much all aluminum boats. But this is the only real scratch right here, and it's hardly dented at all. We've got around here, around the dissimilar metals, got a little bit of bubbling of the paint to be expected from our area. Nice new top. The top's actually done last year, so the top's in great condition there. It's all new. Plus it's got Duckworth's bars, which are the squared bars, a little heavier gauge. We've got an easy loader trailer here with the side or chine guides on there. Oil bath hubs there. And some more grab handles here, some downrigger brackets or rod holder brackets here. See, you got an upside down LED light on this side. It's supposed to go the other way. 8-horse high thrust electric tilt trim and electric start. This is a 2007 model, or manufactured, so it's really probably a 2007 model, 3 of 7. And we've got a little bit of corrosion here on the motor. These kind of do that on these kind of standard. They run for a while and eventually rust and are done. So I've got some time left on that though. We've got a Mercury oil injected 2-cycle 90 horse. And moved the boat out. We got about 36 miles an hour, so we were scooting across the water pretty quick. One of my favorite things on a Duckworth is down here, you see how it goes flat in the middle? That kind of a delta pad, so it flattens out, feeds a little bit cleaner water to the prop. That's a nice setup. And there's our spinner wheel there, which we were giving us our speed. Okay, going around, this is where the rear anchor light hooks in, right there. Bilge pump exit. We've got dual antennas on this, so there's one on each side. He does have a CB on there, and then he has a VHF. However, the VHF is not worth anything, so we told him not to put on there just because it was dated. It's probably time to put a new one on if you're going to do that. Cool paint color. That's teal blue. The paint's actually, it's faded, but it's pretty solid. There's actually very minimal paint peeling on this boat, which is good, and it hasn't been hit a lot of times onto the dock, which is uncommon. Usually we have a lot more dock rash on something like this boat. It does have a sloping backdrop. I'll go inside here and we'll check out. I do not have, actually we do have the sloping backdrop right here. So this is made by Duckworth, and this will attach around the opening here and snap down the sides, and then it snaps around and zips to the top. So it gives you a sloping backdrop for mooring or covering, and that way everything runs off of it. Well, it's kind of a thing that a lot of people do is they pull the fuel off of this separate tank, so you can use non-ethanol in there all the time and run that on that 9.9 or that 8 horse. Okay, we've got rigging inside here. Nice Bimar Marine RV battery there. We just had the lower unit serviced and the fuel water separator put in, changed out on the main engine there. Okay, a little carpet to the sides, kind of quiets things down a little bit on these metal boats. Storage under the seats here with some complementary rope and fenders. Backing in the seat, that's all comes out if you want. And then forward here, we've got the step with storage underneath. There's a bit of storage area up there. That's carpet as well, and a lot of people don't like the carpet. I'll tell you what, it really quiets these aluminum boats down a lot. Makes them really pleasant to drive in that route. So, okay, so here we've got we've got our shift and start controls for the Merc, and then the Yamaha's down below. Here's our little CB, which, hey, fires off. Great. Okay, our Lowrance, we had that fired off already there. See in the other video, part of the video. Okay, and then let's kick on our key here. I think our voltmeter's probably off if it's over 18 volts. And there's only a single battery. Okay, we've got a right wiper. It doesn't have a left. The fuel gauge is actually new, but the fuel gauge needs to be replaced. So bring that up. We'll know you watched the video, and we'll also get that in if you want in the negotiations to make sure that's fixed. Okay, so we got our right wiper, no horn, nav lights. Can't see from here. We'll check them outside the boat. Bilge pump, I can hear that running. And then that's an auxiliary there. It doesn't really go to anything whatnot. There we go. But nice new top on here. Get you a full enclosure. This boat's gonna be, it's got quite a bit of space in it. It's almost 20 foot tipped in. Almost 20 foot there, so it's a good sized boat actually. Not real wide beam, but it scoots through the water really good. Makes good way underway and does well. So I think all in all, yeah, I think you can make a pretty good boat fishing vessel out of this, or exploring or camping, whatever you want to do with it. I love having the nice new top. I mean, the top makes a boat much more seasonable usable. You can use it year round around here at least in a lot of areas with that top on there. So come and see us. We're over in Florence, Oregon. Our shop's right on Highway 101 is Jackson and I, and so either one of us, get a hold of us and we'll get you a deal on this boat. It is a consignment, so it's a gentleman needs to sell it, so it's got to go. So let's get offers in and go. So we want to make this boat yours and get you out on the water so you can have some cool experiences, live the life, you know, be a boater, captain. You captain.